Hey guys, what's going on? Dreadwing back with some more decent content, I suppose. In this one, I'm going to go over how I profile my joystick for Arma 3. And this goes for jets, and it could go for helicopters too. I just haven't profiled fully for helicopters. Especially since I only fly with the basic flight model. If you fly with the advanced flight model, you're going to need to do some extra stuff like programming the trim switch or what have you. So, going into the settings, and I know I did a video at one time about how to get the throttle to work. As of Arma 3 1.7, that video is no longer relevant, unfortunately, which sucks because I got a ton of response on that video and you guys really seem to appreciate it. But if it doesn't work for you, you can still go off of that video. But this one, I've got the throttle is back to default, 0 to 100, straight line, no J curves or S curves or anything like that. So, same thing with the axis, no dead zones or anything like that. I'm using, I can't remember which spring I'm using. The Rhino does come with different springs, X, Y, rudder, twist rudder. Now, getting into the nitty gritty here. I fly on mode 2 because I reserved mode 1, and that's where I'm going to program all of my helicopter controls. So, on my right, I have the joystick. So, starting with the trigger, that's programmed as mouse button 1, or click, fire, whatever. A button, and you can see them lighting up as I click on them over here. So, A, command fire. If you're in a tandem situation, if you're flying a helicopter or a two-seater jet, I push this button up here. In my DCS or whatever, it'll be my missile launch command, and that's my control fire. So, to my right, the B button, that's my lock target. I use that if the target's already identified and I just need to lock it up. Going on down the list, I've got the countermeasure button down here. I think, I don't know, real world, I think that's the cannon button. Whatever. D, that's my use selection action, selected action, so when I scroll through the action menu, boom, I hit that and that selects it. Pinky button, that's my stabilized turret. Now the hat switch, the first hat switch, this guy right here. Up, I have as control 2, control right click. Holding down control and right click, that is an advanced command. And left and right on that hat switch is how I cycle the weapons. I bound left to the button Y. In Arma, I set Y as my previous weapon control. So if you play in Zeus at all, it might conflict a little bit, but otherwise it works really well. Down, that's my reveal target. So while I'm flying, I click down, boom, I've got the target locked up, and I know where he's at. That will just about do it for. Oh, sorry, I've got this right here. I'm going to actually clear that out. Nothing, and then unused commands. So that's all I've got going on the stick. It's a pretty simple, profile. Now on the throttle, again, I fly in mode 2 because I'm reserving mode 1 for helicopters. So going from the left to the right, this little scroll wheel, that acts as my mouse scroll wheel. Up and down, this little switch right here, up and down, that's my numpad minus and plus, that's how I zoom in and out. The buttons on the other side are for my panels. And I have the mouse. The push button here, that is my radar control, on and off. I also have it the rotary bound analog to my speed brake, which we'll get into when I get in game. So from the bottom left switch, the switches are on the bottom, the toggles are on the right running vertically, switches are on the bottom running horizontally. So up, gear down. It's the same key for gear up and gear down, but it does give me a little bit of added realism to flip the switch up to bring my gear up and push the switch down to bring my gear down. Flaps are the next one, switch 3 and 4. So control scroll wheel up, control scroll wheel down. The third switch is unused. Pull back on that. Toggle 4 up and down, engine on and off. Same deal as with the gear. It's the same key, but it gives me a little bit of added realism to flip it up for on, down for off. Up, lights on, down, lights off, same thing. Then B, toggle 2 up is my binoculars, toggle 2 down is going to be my night viz, which while I'm in the targeting camera will cycle through night vision, white hot, black hot, and standard. Toggle 1 up and down is unused. So, with all that being said, we're going to go into game, and I'm going to show you more how the controls are set up in the game. So, I hope to see you guys in just a couple minutes. Peace. Alright folks, welcome back. We are now in game, and before I take off in the jet, just briefly come over here. In common, you'll see I've got everything defaulted. Everything is defaulted to the Apex, I think. I did Apex defaults, presets, Arma 3 Apex. So, the only thing that you need to worry about is your analog stuff. So nose down, nose up, bank left, bank right. And we go to thrust analog. So if I do default, it's blank. Disconnect my throttle, so I only map 1. Up. Not gonna play nice, are you? Anyway, it's not gonna play nice. It doesn't always map correctly. But other one is left pedal, right pedal, Z plus, Z rotate, Z plus rotate. Then brake analog is X plus rotate. So that's that switch, that rotary that I showed you earlier. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get in the air. This is the same CAS mission from a few videos ago where I've got the convoy and whatever. But this time I've set up some air patrol, blowing up their boys. So see how well I can take care of business. Pushing forward on my throttle. Hit my nav on my left panel by hitting those buttons on the far side of the throttle. Taxi up here. Lined up on the catapult. Button, not the pinky button, but the red button by my pinky, not the pinky switch. And we are in the air. Now that we're climbing, I'm going to go to my map. This is one of the few times that I have to actually take my hands off the keyboard. So, as my HUD dictates, I am approximately 19 kilometers away. Once I get 16 kilometers, I will switch my radar on and start scanning for that Op-4 jet that I've put in the air. Hit up on my hat switch and then forward on the rocker. Stabilize the turret. Not quite close enough, I'm still 15 clicks out, so scanning. Popped up on radar yet. Are still. Got 4 air-to-grounds and 2 bombs, so... Cam to the missile cam. Come out of that. He's dead. Two more air-to-grounds. Looks like 1, 2, 5 trucks left, so not exactly equipped for CAS, but that's okay. Go in on bombs on that one. Switch to bombs. Where that Shikra is supposed to be. I dropped a Shikra, but play. Why I just randomly rolled over to the right there. Kick my radar off. No idea where that camera's. Never gotten that confused before. way. That's a 7-second impact, so throttle. Good. Last trick. Blast. Sucker right here. Come around, land on the carrier, because I can't find this dang jet that I've put out here. Ah, crap. Lock on them. Oh well. It's just real quick. If I remember right, I put them around up here. At our waypoint over there. Crashed in the water. Shadow knows. Okay, let's just bring her home. If you've watched up to this point, I want to thank you very much. Trying to get my in that little circle. Where's home? Down here. Far. Now remember, come in and you come in for a landing. You want to line up about 10 degrees off center. Degrees off the center line of the ship. Perfect landing. Wings go up. Taxi off the active. So I hope you enjoyed that quick run through. Not really quick. If you made it this long, the run through of how I set up my stuff was quick, but the quick scenario was not. But I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. And if you did, show me some love in the comments section down below. I will see you guys in that next video. Peace.